Hello, gentlemen. It is 7:15. The code is the end is near, and here is a zoomed-in frame of the magnetized mess that I always dismantle on film, so that we do, in fact, know that we're getting underway just now and not prior to it. Germany is buying 4 planes, 1 destroyer, 4 subs, and a mech. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for Western Germany and Sea Zone 112 combined, as well as a tank, 2 tanks, and a infantry for Berlin. So, let's set this up, and I believe that'll do the job. Yeah, that ought to be just fine. So, we're going to get started. We have quite a bit here. We're going to Eastern Poland, which is probably the least consequential battle. We're taking a mech from Belarus and a tank from Yugoslavia, blitzing through, well, not blitzing, but going through Slovakia, Hungary. We're going into Western Ukraine with a fighter and a tank. The fighter's from Bryansk, 1, 2, 3, 4, landing in Leningrad. The tank is coming from Belarus. 2 tanks coming into Ukraine from Belarus. 1 tank going into Stalingrad, as well as a bomber. We're hitting Normandy and Holland. Might as well start there. So we have 2 infantry from Paris and a fighter from Western Germany against your 1 artillery in Normandy. So 2 infantry, no hits. We have a fighter, 3, that hit. You have a defense of 2 or less, and you missed. So you're out of Normandy. We now have 2 infantry there, and the fighter is landing in Western. We have 1 infantry from Paris, as well as 1 infantry from Western, going into Holland to get your tank, as well as a tank from Western. So, 2 infantry, there's 1 hit, that's all we needed. You have a tank and you hit as well. So we lose an infantry, you lose a tank, we've retaken Holland. Let's just make sure we're filming. Yeah, okay, 212, there we go. So, that's 2 fighters there. We have in non-combat 2 infantry going into Paris. In non-combat we have 2 mechs and a infantry from Western Germany going into Berlin. And let's see, what else we got here? Eastern Poland, I would say, is the next. So we have 1 mech and we have 1 tank. You have 2 2s, you roll 2 6s. 1 mech and 1 tank. That hit. You have 2 2s, you roll a 5 and a 3. So you now have 1 infantry. We have 1 mech, that missed, a mech, and a tank. You have 1 infantry, no hit. A mech at 1 and a tank at 3 or less. No hits, what's going on here? And you missed 2. A mech at a 1 and a tank at a 3 or less. These are ridiculous. You roll a 5. Alright, we're going to change some dice here because it's just dumb. We have 1 mech and 1 tank, and you have a defense at 2. You killed my mech. I have a tank at 3 or less, you have a defense and missed. A tank at 3 or less finally hits, and then you hit as well. The point is you're dead, that's really the priority here. So Eastern Poland is still under Soviet control, however, there's nobody there, and that's a matter to me. So, let's go back to the next battle here. We have a fighter and a tank in Western Ukraine. So that's 2 at 3s. We got a 5 and a 1. You have 2 at 2s. So we split the difference. You lose an infantry. I lose a tank. And I'm going to leave you alone from here. I'll withdraw. So that fighter is going into Novgorod. Now we have 2 tanks going into Ukraine. There's 2 hits. You have 2 infantry. No hits. So Ukraine is taken. And there are 2 tanks in the Ukraine. That's German occupied now. We have a tank and a strat going in from Bryansk to Stalingrad. Tank missed. Strat missed. And you roll a 5. Tank at 3 or less missed. And a strat bomber hit. You have a defense and you rolled a 2. Now, what do we do? I gotta take Stalingrad. So I gotta kill the bomber. I really wanted to send that bomber to Rob in Japan as a can opener. But I need that $7. So that's gone. I'm sorry, pal. That was a beautiful, beautiful plan we had, but it just didn't work out. We had in Bryansk an AA gun. That AA gun is going to be going to Rostov. It's moving south. We're taking Samara with the artillery that was in Moscow. So that's done. I believe that's it for battles. Yeah? I think so. We have an AA gun, one of two, that's going into Greater Southern Germany. We had one, as well as one infantry that's going into Yugoslavia. The 4 infantry that were there are staying there. 1 infantry is added, and let's see, I think that's it. So, not a long video. We're at 5 minutes and 43 seconds. We're going to place 4 subs, in addition to the 5 that are already there. 1 destroyer in C-Zone 12. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4 fighters in C-Zone 12. We're putting 1 mech in Western Germany, putting 2 tanks in Berlin, as well as an infantry in Berlin. So, let's do a troop total. In Normandy, we have 2 infantry. In Holland, we have 1 infantry. In Paris, we have 2 infantry. In Western Germany, there are 3 tanks, 2 mechs, 1 Italian fighter, 2 German fighters. Greater Southern Germany, there's an an AA gun. In Berlin, there are 2 infantry, 2 mechs, and 2 tanks. In C-Zone 112, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 subs, 1 destroyer, 2 carriers, 4 fighters, 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, and 1 transport. We have an infantry and a artillery in Rome. We have 3, 4, 5 infantry, 2 AA guns for Germany and Yugoslavia, as well as 4 Italian infantry in Yugoslavia, 2 tanks in Ukraine, 1 tank in Stalingrad, 1 AA gun in Rostov, 1 artillery in Samara. And that's it for Germany. I'll add up the IPCs and let you guys know. We have a 7 minute and 42 second video.